On behalf of the people of the state of Hawaii, Governor Neil Abercrombie will now offer remarks.
Aloha, Irene. Aloha on behalf of everyone. Daniel K. Inouye was in his senior year at McKinley High School when Japan bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. A week after the bombing, all Japanese Americans were classified 4C, undesirable aliens. Senator Inouye later said, "The younger Japanese in the island suffered under special onus. All our lives we thought of ourselves as Americans. Now in this time of national peril, we were seemingly lumped with the enemy by official policy. Despite this, we fought for a place in the war, no matter how menial, and meanwhile struggled to persuade the government to release its anti-Nisei rulings. One day in January, a little more than a year after the attack on Pearl Harbor, the colonel in charge of the University of Hawaii's ROTC unit called us together. The War Department had just decided to accept 1,500 Nisei volunteers to join in forming a full-fledged combat team. Our draft board, the colonel announced, was ready to take enlistments. Nearly 1,000 Nisei volunteered on the very first day, some of whom are with us as I speak. In March 1943, 18-year-old Daniel Inouye became the youngest member of the 442nd Regimental Combat Team. The men left Hawaii for Camp Shelby, Hattiesburg, Mississippi. As they marched to the assembly point, Senator Inouye was silently accompanied by his father. He later recalled, "My father was not a scholar, nor was he an intellectual. He very seldom said things, but when he spoke wisely. Just before we got to the assembly point, he cleared his throat and looked at me. And then he said, 'This country has been good to us. We owe this country a lot. Whatever you do, do not bring dishonor to it. Do not bring dishonor to our name.'" At a dedication ceremony in 2002, Senator Inouye found occasion to speak about the words duty, honor, and country. He said, "These are very important words in the history of the United States, and yet many Americans find it extremely difficult to use them because they think it's a bit pretentious and possibly not real. But it was duty that made young men go through a bitter winter at Valley Forge. It was honor and love of country, a country that still did not yet exist, that made these same young men leave farms and families and fortunes. Yes, duty, honor, and country are important words in our history, and they've been important words in my life," he said. Two other words appear on the emblem of the University of Hawaii ROTC unit, the unit that Dan Inouye journeyed forth from so many years before. Those words are leadership and excellence. The ROTC unit today at the University of Hawaii bears those words as their emblem, leadership and excellence. From the day the ROTC colonel announced the formation of the 442nd, Daniel Inouye embodied those words, leadership and excellence. From that day, Daniel Inouye lived up to the admonition of his father, honoring his name and his nation. In his role as a United States Senator, he went from being an undesirable alien to being awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. His flag, representing that Congressional Medal, stands before us. In that role, he received many accolades and commendations. His passing was marked by a massing of colleagues in the capital of the United States. The capital of the United States itself, and was memorialized by the President of the United States. But as author James Baldwin once remarked, all roles are dangerous. The world tends to trap and immobilize you in the role you play. And it is not always easy. In fact, it is always extremely hard to maintain a watchful distance from oneself as one appears to be, and oneself as one actually is. Daniel Inouye comes now to us, not in his role as a United States Senator, but as a Keiki Oka'aina, a child of these islands, to remain with those who love him, remembered with aloha. Dan, all leadership is accomplished, all excellence achieved, all duty done, all tasks completed, all honor fulfilled, all responsibilities met, all obligations committed, endured, and met. The skies above you now, the Hawaii skies are blue. The trade winds blow gently over you. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Rest easy now. You are home with us in paradise.